About 18 years ago, a group of young Nigerians based in Canada came together. They had a mission and vision as an organization to tackle and proffer solutions to socio-economic and political challenges that could jeopardize Nigeria's developmental goals. The enterprising young men and women conceptualized their agenda with an incorporated name, Nigerian Association for Young Adults of Canada, Naya. Naya has since then institutionalized itself in Canada and Nigeria and has initiated efforts to inspire new generations of young Nigerians to be builders of a better society. As a charity organization, Naya is passionate in promoting Nigeria's goodwill, working assiduously for national growth and development of the marginalized communities across the 3 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. Nigerian Association for Young Adults of Canada, Naya, is a non-profit organization registered and approved by the Canadian government. Naya is one of the largest Nigerian associations in Canada and the first to have national affiliations and membership across all regions and provinces of Canada. As a vibrant organization, Naya focuses on quality health care delivery, qualitative education programs, mentorship assistance, among other socio-economic benefits for Nigerian communities. As part of social responsibilities of the media, activities of Naya elicit attention and engenders series of research by Best Image Production and Communication on the positive impacts and roles such programs have brought to bear on the life of the average Nigerian through humanitarian services of the organization across the nooks and crannies of Nigeria. Investigations reveal that the national president of Naya, Mr. Shola Abdulaziz Agbola, and Vice President, Mr. Adewale Adepoju, hailed from the southwest Nigeria, while the association's project coordinator, Dr. Uche Nwako, is from the southeastern part of the country, with other executive members who are all Nigerians. Highlighting some of the achievements of Nigerian Association for Young Adults of Canada, the national president of the association, Mr. Shola Agbola, pointed out that over the few years, series of people-oriented programs have been executed. According to Mr. Agbola, Naya is committed to providing sustainable platform for positive youth development to strengthen communities through humanitarian activities, education, social and political engagement of young people as agents of positive change in their respective communities.
My name is Shola Agbola, and I'm a Nigerian, a Yoruba man from Ilorin, Osun State, and I reside in Canada. I happen to be the president of the Nigerian Association for Young Adults of Canada. We do a whole lot of partnership with traditional rulers, with government, to make sure that we reach out to the people.
The Naya national president noted that in 2013, the association donated hospital equipment worth millions of naira to Mbuchu Mbase State Hospital in Imo State. No fewer than 7 community hospitals in Zuru, Kebbi State also received the Hand of Fellowship of Naya in 2014. To pave way for easy accessibility to healthcare services, Naya also provide medical equipment for Bayelsa State Hospital in the Niger Delta area in 2015, and another replicable healthcare facilities took place in the Osun State Hospital, Iwo, in 2016, as well as several hospitals in Ogun State through the Obasanjo Foundation in 2017. Another round of opportunity was the trip of the Nigerian Association for Young Adults of Canada, which began with a television interview program to sensitize Nigerians in the diaspora and well-meaning citizens to wake up to rescue Nigeria from things that could cause a setback for the country.
Is Nigerians are more hardworking when they are outside the shore of Nigeria than when they are here. If you see how Nigerians are working in diaspora, it's amazing.
To cement a progressive move of the association, the Nigerian Association for Young Adults of Canada, led by Mr. Shola Agbola, moved to Ilarogun in January 2019, where thousands of clothing materials were freely presented to the youth of the ancient town. The Oragun of Ila, Oba Abdulwahab Oyedotun, Bibire I, his queen, Olori Abosede Oyedotun, and subjects royally welcomed one of their illustrious sons, who they described as a leader per excellence, a true blood son of Yoruba.
Naya, this group of people, the diaspora, who are Nigerians, who are together to make sure that they contribute their own quota to the development of Nigeria. They are doing very wonderfully well in terms of donations of materials that are of good value in education, in medical field, it could be in awards to those who have done their best to make sure that the country is better.
Olori Abosede Oyedotun, Esayo Orangun of Ilarogun Kingdom.
Thank you, ma'am.
Naya is a good association. They have come to Ila to extend their hands of love to the youths in Ilarogun 3 times now. The first time they came to give our ladies, the girls, they supply some goods to them that they can use to take care of themselves. The second time they brought books to the College of Educations and other institutions in Ilarogun, and the third time they came with clothing materials, in which I myself am also a beneficiary. Everybody in the town, they were happy that day, and I thank God for their life, and I pray that God will increase them more and more in Jesus' name.
I'm Chief Ogori of Ilarogun here. Naya Association, they came to Ila at least about 3 or 2 times, even more than 2 times, to donate many things to Ila people. Even the last one was so great. They came to Ila with a very big trailers vehicle loaded with assorted clothes, distributed to all Ila people here, both male and female, old and young, were collected the clothes, and we really appreciate what they did to Ila people.
I am Chief M.A. Adeni, the Alason of Ilarogun, and they did very well in terms of empowerment, in terms of assistance, in terms of health. They did very well. So we need to pray for them that things should continue like that.
The youths of Ilarogun in Osun State stated that Naya's initiative is commendable and a motivation which other Nigerians in the diaspora should emulate.
Naya Association, we really appreciate them for their help on we as youths together. So we really appreciate them for bringing all these things for us today. In fact, I cannot say maybe anybody, is there anybody that don't have the opportunity or don't get the opportunity to remain at, so I really thank them for bringing those things to us.
Naya also visited the ancient kingdom of Obaile in the state of Osun, southwest Nigeria, where another truck of clothing materials, sanitary pads, and other baby kits were donated for the benefit of the people of the community. The Oloba of Obaile, Oba Oyeyemi Ashamu Tewogbade I, and his queen, Agnes Oyeyemi, among other community members, appreciated the work of Naya and charged them not to relent in their efforts at keeping the tempo going in order to inspire more Nigerians all over the world.
Look, guys, Naya is trying a lot to do the kind of things that we ought to have done in the 90s. That if we are successful in it, you guys will have started on a different yes.
This part of the area where we are, for people to locate us and remember us, that is wonderful. And we encourage them to be doing it because the less privileged people, they are in the rural areas, not in the big cities. So I pray that God will strengthen them, that they will not give up on us, even our way of doing things, that they have to accommodate us, and with time we will get there.
My mission of coming to Obaile today is not by accident per se. Kabiyesi was in Canada not long ago. He was nominated for an award and he was there. So while he was over there, we had a lot of discussions in terms of the needs of the people and what Obaile, which is his own domain, what it looks like. And by virtue of the organization which I happens to be the president, the Nigerian Association for Young Adults of Canada, we do a whole lot of partnership with traditional ruler, with government, to make sure that we reach out to the people. Then we discover there will be something for us to do here. So we told Kabiyesi anytime we're in Nigeria, I will make sure I come over here to, to look at what is on the ground and what kind of partnership can come between the Kabiyesi of Obaile and the organization.
Another eye-opening event to Nigerian government took place on January 27, 2019 in Umuahia, where a huge amount of hospital equipment were given to the state hospital for the benefit of indigents and residents of the state.
I am here to represent my boss as directed. My boss is Honorable Abike Dabri Erewa, the Executive Chairman, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abuja. I am highly honored to be invited by Naya to this auspicious and historic occasion. Naya, being a non-profit organization made up of brilliant and passionate young adult Nigerian men and women, have already impacted on the lives of many Nigerians through the donation of medical equipment worth 1.5 billion naira to a public hospital in Osun State. Partnering with the Development Agenda for Western Nigeria Commission on Social and Economic Development of the Southwest region of Nigeria. Cultural tourism through the Olokun Festival Foundation. These are laudable developmental programs and projects for which we thank you and salute your patriotism. May I encourage you not to rest on your oars, but to continue with these achievements for the benefit of our dear nation.
The colorful event attracted dignitaries from all walks of life, where national, state and local government political stalwarts were privileged to meet the National President, Nigerian Association for Young Adults of Canada, Mr. Shola Agbola, and his working team to launch the newly donated medical facilities.
It is indeed my utmost pleasure to witness this event, as well as this humanitarian gesture made by the Nigerian Association for Young Adults in Canada. We are living in a time when genuine humanitarian gestures like this are no longer very common occurrence. So for these young people to make obvious sacrifices in terms of finances and otherwise, they need to be highly commended and appreciated. We as a government are very appreciative of what the likes of Naya are doing. Naya has chosen to do theirs by way of donation of high-tech equipment which we just commissioned. What they have done is going to impact on the health of human beings. So I want to say more grace to your elbows. It is my distinctive honor to stand before you today as the president of the most vibrant, the most responsive, and the most impactful diaspora organization that is making a difference and changing lives here in Nigeria. It is yet another proud moment for Naya as we officially launch this multi-million naira state-of-the-art medical equipment in Abia State, freely donated by Naya Canada. I'm happy a lot of people are getting familiar with the name Naya. It's for the Nigerian Association for Young Adults of Canada. Let me tell you briefly how Naya was formed. For most of us who traveled to Canada, and we've been there for quite a while, we started having children, and the reality of not wanting to lose our heritage and everything in Canada began to hit us. Because when you live in Canada, you are practically struggling for the love of your own children with the state. Your children will love Canada more than their parents if you're not careful. That is how responsive, how caring that country is. When we realized that, we began to make sure there should be a bridge between the young and the adult. And that was how this organization was conceived about 19 years ago. It is a group of brilliant and passionate young men and women of Nigerian origin who care deeply about Nigeria and are committed to bringing opportunities that will make positive contribution towards education, healthcare, social and economic development of Nigeria.
Another place visited is Esauke, or Bokun local government area of Osun State, where the Naya boss, Mr. Shola Agbola, and the Chief Executive Officer, Odua Network, Dr. Ayokoka, were given a warm reception and availed the opportunity to rub minds with the Owamiran of Esauke, Oba Deyemi Adediran, and his traditional chiefs on how to bring more development to the ancient town.
The Nigerians, not only Nigerians, everybody in diaspora, to use what God gave to them to assist our people. I know it's not that easy because if you don't work there, you don't eat. But out of it, you remember people back home. I know all these things will help our people to live a modern life and be void of any disease or any problem. All other Nigerians or from other countries all over the world, we want you to help us in Nigeria, to assist us. Government cannot do everything. Use the opportunity you have to help our people.
My name is High Chief Ajebole James Adebayo, the Asalo of Esauke. When you talk about this visitation, in fact, I appreciate it much. Hardly you can get somebody like this again in this country. I don't expect it. Whatever they believe they can do to us, they can give to us, they should do it.
Recently, our organization has been recognized and pretty popular in Nigeria because of a lot of humanitarian assistance that we're rendering to different community, different states, and all regions of Nigeria. So because of that, we've been having tremendous requests from different traditional rulers, from different localities for visits to request for the kind of assistance that humanitarian service that Canada is rendering to the people of Nigeria. So I guess everybody really wants us to pay a visit to their locality and to discuss with us as to their needs and to understand what the peculiarity and the needs of their people are, in order to be able to fill those gaps in a way that Naya has been being quite very helpful to different communities.
Onyo Township in Oduotin local government of Osun State, Nigeria. is another Yoruba town which attracted the work of Naya, and this began with a visit by Mr. Shola Agbola to pre-listen to the yearnings and aspirations of the people of the ancient town. The Olonyo of Oyon, Obakilani Adekeye II, could not hide his joy over the marvelous performance of Naya, with the hope of having them replicate such gesture in the town very soon. Traditional talking drums, cultural dance, eulogies, and a befitting reception was given to the Naya president.
As I've seen and for what I've heard from the representative of Naya, I could see that they are a good ambassador to us in Nigeria here.
The program of today has caught me on the hops. I never expected it. Incidentally, right now I'm very happy that I happen to be part of this program, because the program has been very fantastic, very big, very sincere, downright to the art. And it is my joy that this program has been called out by Nigerians in Canada purposely to encourage their children in Canada to think Nigeria and to come back to Nigeria.
Princess Arewa Folashade Adeyemi. I'd like to commend the association for their charity work they've been doing across Nigeria. It's a very good thing to know that such a organization of our brothers and sisters in Canada are doing this, because it changed the reputation of we Nigeria in diaspora, and it also encourage the diaspora people in other countries to come and contribute to Nigeria. And also, this is a very good vision and a very, very charitable work that supposed to be, and what our politicians supposed to be doing. It's what young people, the association in Canada, and they have shown it and display it, and they are even letting us know that you don't wait to for the government to do such.
We really appreciate them. It's a wonderful courtesy visit.
Series of television programs featured Mr. Shola Agbola as a complement to get people informed of the need to contribute to move the country forward. After a confidential meeting with the former Nigerian president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, Femi Otedola is another Nigerian businessman, philanthropist and chairman of Fort Oil PLC, an importer of fuel products, hosted Nigerian Association for Young Adults of Canada under the leadership of Mr. Shola Agbola, just to deliberate on moving the country forward. Naya has demonstrated sufficient commitment to intellectual development with the Ivory Tower as its target. This is why several universities across the country have had a good touch of Naya. Materials which range from books, computers, laptops, projectors have been freely donated to Bayelsa State University, among the universities across the 3 geopolitical zones in Nigeria, including Abuja, the capital territory of Nigeria. With many communities already touched by Naya, the non-profit and non-political association is still striving to tour more And there are indications that more Nigerians will continue to embrace the progressive philosophy of these Nigerians who are determined to give back to the society.